What's up, psychos, and welcome back to 30 Days of Book Recs. Today we're going to be talking about Twisted Heathens by J. Rose. This is an MMFMM poly dark romance. This is one of those trilogies where the FMC has like 4 boyfriends, but then all of her boyfriends are also boyfriends. Give me that. So as always, make a coffee or a tea or whatever the hell it is that you like to chill with. Sit down and listen up, because this trilogy literally blew my mind. So, Twisted Heathens by J. Rose. You can also get this in the omnibus on Amazon, where all 3 books are included in one book called the Blackwood Institute series, or you can buy them in individuals like I have here. This series follows our FMC Brooke. Brooke is schizophrenic and she's admitted against her will into this institute called Blackwood Institute. On the back, it literally says, "Welcome to Blackwood Institute, where bad girls come to die." That kind of gives you a bit of an idea of what this facility is going to be like. The men already admitted into the facility are Phoenix, Eli, Cade, and Hudson. One thing that really stood out for me about this trilogy is how well the poly aspect of the romance was executed. I don't read a ton of poly romance, and it's because unless each of the characters is like a perfectly designed character with their own character arc that complements the needs of everybody else in the group, I really struggle with it. Like, I've read poly books before where it's like the MMCs almost just seem like carbon copies of each other, and like that always just like kind of falls flat for me. This series does not do that. Every single one of these men is so unique and so their own character, and they all have their own flaws and their own quirks, and like they each bring something to their relationship with Brooke that she doesn't get from the other one. And they're also all I just realized they're described here. First one is Eli, a tight-lipped cutter is what she describes him as. Both Brooke and Eli struggle with self-harm, and Eli is voiceless. Like, he doesn't speak, which is honestly one of my favorite microtropes. Like in The Mercenary and the Mortician, I talked about this in day 1. Vox, who's Cal's best friend, he's also voiceless. So it's like that whole, it's just one of those character archetypes that I just like love. The second one is Phoenix, and he's a manic nymphomaniac, which is, yeah. Like, yeah, Phoenix is about as manic as it gets. Possessive control freak is Hudson, and I will say Hudson, I think, is the first dark romance MMC that did something to the FMC, and it's like, it's off page. Like, he tells the other guys what he did to her as like a story that I was like, oh, Hudson, oh my god. Like, I was clutching my freaking pearls. I was not okay with it, and it just solidified him in my mind as the most psycho of all of these psychos. Oh my god, I totally got that wrong. The shadowy ghost from the past is Hudson. The possessive control freak is Cade. Sorry, could have gone both ways on that one. Cade is a control freak, so yeah. But Cade also, he's kind of like the nerdy one a little bit, and he likes to follow the rules, and he's very set in his ways. But he also has like this massive savior complex. Cade is the one that holds the entire group together. And you can imagine Brooke is a very fiery FMC, and she doesn't take any freaking shit from these guys. And these guys are all A-type characters as well too. So it's like a lot of headbutting going on. Even Quiet Eli, the POV chapters from his point of view, Eli's kind of evil. And so there's a lot of times where they're all literally at each other's throat, and Cade is the one who is just like, we need to act as like a team here. Like, there's a much bigger evil going on here, which is the Institute, Blackwood Institute. We need to work together. And I just want to make it clear that I'm not calling them psychos because they're like in a facility. They literally are psychos. Psychos in like the dark romance sense of the word, if that makes sense. What I love that what J. Rose did about this is there is so much kinky smut in here, but there is so much action and twists and on the edge of your seat freaking plot. What I find interesting is that, like, one of my best friends, she loves reading mafia romance, and I'm not a big mafia romance person because I find a recipe to most mafia romance books. Like, they are all kind of like 2 families usually going at each other and like star-crossed lovers. That's what most of them that I've read have been. And I just find they get a little bit repetitive and predictable. And that's not a bad thing. That's what my friend literally loves about it. She's like, I read because it's my safe place that I want to go to, and I know what I like. I know I'm getting the same thing every time with a mafia romance. I'm not like that. Like, I need variety or I get bored. I don't know if it's my raging freaking ADHD, but I need plot mixed in with the smut. I read so many different genres. I'll read dark romance one day and then like a foot kicky hockey romance the next day because I just like, I need to mix it up. And that's what I loved about this series so much was I suspected some of the twists, but a lot of the twists I was like, holy shit, what the frick is going on? Like, so J. Rose, I think she has experience in the mental health space, which is why I think she wrote Blackwood so well, because it's like on the surface, it seems like an actually like a good institution that is like trying to actually help people. But the deeper you get into this, the more secrets you unfold, the more you find that there's like sinister undertones and like just how little rights and autonomy patients have in facilities like this, right? Exploring those themes, I think it was done both in an entertaining way, but in a thoughtful way. It made me like really think, which I like books that make me think. I want it to be smutty, but I also kind of wanted to like challenge my perceptions of like the world that I actually live in. And I think this trilogy does a really good job of that. Anyway, clearly I could go on about this trilogy all freaking day. I'm gonna stop the video right here and I'm gonna let you go about your day. But let me know in the comments if you have any books that have just totally, made you rethink how you look at the world, because I'm always looking to add more recs to my TBR. Thank you for watching today's episode of 30 Days of Book Recs. I will catch you in the next video. In the meantime, if you did want to support me by checking out any of my books that I've written, here's my backlist. I've got a wide range in here, from a contemporary surf romance to some pitch black paranormal dark romances. Take your pick. All of my books are available on KU if you want to check them out. I also have videos detailing the content of each book if you want to check them out on my channel. But I totally understand if that's just not in the cards right now. You might be going like, Alex, in this freaking economy? Yeah, right. So if you don't have the means to financially support me by reading the books, that is obviously totally okay too. I am just glad that you are here. So any interaction that you can give me on this video goes a long way. So if you want to like, comment, or subscribe, really anything is appreciated. Just smash all of those buttons. Okay, thank you. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.